This might get weird.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling.
Well then, cheers, Grace Helbig.
Cheers, Mamrie Hart.
You guys, we are in the same motherfucking room together.
Room. Two tumblers in the same room. It's happening.
That's our next podcast. Two tumblers.
Yeah.
And we release it solely on Tumblr.
I love it. I mean, I haven't been on Tumblr, but I hear it's popping.
Really?
Well, I hear occasionally, maybe it's just only solely through Tyler Oakley.
Does he still post every day on Tumblr?
I don't know, but I've heard like occasionally he'll go back on and it's still like thriving with the
Really?
community that loves it. Yeah, it might be one of the safer platforms to go to now. Do you do threads? Sorry, I've been meaning to ask you this.
Okay.
Do you do threads?
Do you thread?
Do you thread?
Like, did you say do you thread? Are we threading?
Yeah.
No, I did. Here's the thing that's embarrassing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is when I signed up on Threads just because I didn't know if it was like someone could take my name.
Same. I did the same thing.
I didn't know it was like, oh no, it's linked to your Instagram. So like,
Yeah.
I think only you can have your name on there.
Okay.
Because, as actual Mametown on TikTok.
This is Grace Helbig.
Yeah, my name is actual Mametown because someone else has Mametown. Go flood them with, please give her a name. But anyway, so I signed up for it. And then like a dodo, it was like, do you want to automatically auto follow everyone you already follow on Instagram?
I did that too.
I did that too, but I don't know if there's an option to opt out of it, but it would ask everyone for a request.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. So I have like people I barely know or like random people that'll be like, they accepted your Threads request. And I'm like, I didn't mean to ask them.
Oh, no.
Like, I feel like I just was like, please, can I be your friend? Restaurant I went to for one time 5 years. Or like, random fan or like someone I followed that I met at a wedding 10 years ago. It looks like I'm going in there and being like, oh my God, I must follow this person who was a bridesmaid at the same.
I'm just learning about this now. I didn't know it did that because I've only
It was
opened
embarrassing.
I opened the app once to sign up. Same thing. I was like, oh, the standard, hey, there's a new platform. Oh, panic and run over and get your username.
Your thread.
And then just like shove it away for whatever. And then, same thing. It was like, do you want to auto follow? And I hit yes. And then I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have done that.
I know. It was a time to start over.
I gave me an opportunity to start anew.
To curate.
Yeah. And then I haven't looked at it since.
I haven't looked at it since, which makes me regret that I didn't decide to be a cool person and like only follow one person. It's like Larry David's Instagram only follows beans.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really great.
I love when people follow like one thing. I should have like not done that and just went on there and like only followed Funyuns. Or like something funny.
Something quirky.
Something funny.
Really getting the message out there. Yeah, I guess I
don't
auto-followed everyone, and I guess it sent them a request. But everyone must know if that's the
I hope so.
thing that everyone goes through. I hope, because I don't like that.
I hope it's not like, oh, wow, this random realtor in Portland is like, Mamrie really wanted to be my friend on Threads.
I'm already so overly anxious about social media. I was going through trying to lessen my follow list on Instagram the other day, and I still get overly paranoid of like, what if this person looks to see if I'm following them and I'm suddenly not one day? And I'm like, no one's thinking about that.
I muted a couple people recently.
Nice.
But you know why? It's not even because I don't enjoy them. It's because they retweet other, like,
repost other things
or like people's reactions to stuff.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's someone who I think is so funny on Instagram.
Yeah.
But like he's constantly retweeting people's like compliments.
Oh, okay.
Where I don't want to open it and then it's just all retweets of people I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to. I was listening to some self-helpy podcast or something.
You know it.
As per usual, and they were saying about how their Instagram is not for their friends. Their Instagram is literally for their business. And so it's cringy as fuck. And they know that because it's not for their friends. It's for their specific thing.
Girl, Jacqueline Johnson, if you're listening, I've said this to her so many times where I'm like, this does not reflect who you are on a personality level because you are so fucking funny and you are such like all you do is neg people and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like she's such a shit talker. And then the Instagram, it's just like,
It's
tending my garden.
A Goop magazine spread.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's what I realized.
Makes sense, though.
I have muted some people that are performers that post a lot of their performances that are for their intended audience. And sometimes I realize I'm not totally the target intended audience, so I'm going to mute these people because their stuff, God bless them, they're doing it right, that it's just made for their audience members.
I mean, I think I was very... This is how bad I am with Instagram, is that like yesterday, one of my heroes, Paul Rubens, Pee Wee Herman, died or announced. It was announced.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize he had like this whole private battle going on.
Yeah.
But they announced it, and I put up a picture of him in honor, and I was like, look at me posting something that isn't a selfie.
And literally,
I was like, that's what it takes. My comedic hero to pass away for me to not have my face on it.
And then
it's so cringe.
Meanwhile, I posted, hey, can we get topics for today's episode on my Instagram story? And someone responded, just please do not make it a tribute to Pee Wee Herman.
Really?
I was like, oh my God.
Well, bitch, now that's all I'm going to fucking talk about. Look, in the corner of our podcast, you can see the painting of Pee Wee Herman I have in my kitchen. I've had a painting of him in my house for 15 years. Like, no, that's my Spike Shack. That's Party Shark. That's Tiny Wool Beans. So anyway, I don't know what I'm doing on social media anymore.
I haven't either.
I haven't tweeted in a million years, and I don't care.
You haven't X'd.
Girl, you know what's been kind of nice? Is because I don't automatically recognize that logo, I like didn't open Twitter for several days, and I realized I was like, oh, because I didn't naturally just see the icon that I normally would hit.
Good. That's great. And also sad that that's how conditioned we are to just be like, look at the blue one, and then I'll hit this other yellow pink square.
Total auto. So anyway, how are you? You got your eyebrows done.
Yes, I did. I got my eyebrows microbladed, which they look insane now.
No, they actually look really good. I thought you were going to come over here and truly look like Sharpied.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to look pretty chaotic.
No, I thought your eyebrows were going to look like my eyelashes did a month ago.
Yeah, which
like I was bracing.
To me, see that the same thing, that your eyelashes didn't look that crazy in person, but these. I got a comment on a video I posted last week or so that was like, aesthetician here. I recommend microblading to people that are going to go through chemo to preserve their eyebrow shape. And I was like,
something I've never thought of.
Because I'm going to try the cold capping thing, which tries to preserve your hair through each chemo session. But they tell you flat out, like, 60% of people will keep 50% of their hair or something. Okay. So, it's like a touch and go. We'll see how it goes kind of thing. But I totally forgot until I, one, got that comment, and then two, saw Hank posting a video about his not having eyelashes and being bothered by it. And I was like, totally forgot about eyebrows and eyelashes.
There's other hair.
Shit, that hair's gonna go. Okay. And then found this place online, just looking up like reviews, and made an appointment because they had an availability yesterday. And I went, and I was so nervous. Yeah. But it was so good.
Was it painful?
It was a little pain. They numb you, but I kept thinking, I was like, Mamrie would hate this.
I would be put under.
The woman that did it, her name was Ellie. She was so sweet. And I was kind of dreading that moment of being like, so I'm here because I'm going to start chemo soon, and I want to get this before chemo starts. And she was like, someone was just in here last week doing the same thing. And I was like, oh, amazing.
First of all, they should do it for free.
She gave me a discount at the end that I almost cried because she was like, good luck on your journey. And I was like, oh my God, Ellie. But it went super well. They numb you. Like, I read, it's not cheap, first of all.
No, it's over $1,000.
This was $500 with the discount.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, super great deal. And she was so kind. It was Beverly Hills Permanent Makeup is the name of the place. If anyone's in LA and looking for
shout out.
Ellie was so great and so kind. I couldn't believe it. And that's literally what all the comments had said on I straight up went to Google and was looking on Google reviews.
It's so funny because the things that we will overthink for so long and then being like, tattoo my face. Yeah, no worries.
Let me get a face tattoo. I'll Google it. These people seem to like Ellie. I'll go to Ellie. And so she was so kind, like talked me through everything. But like, one, it's super expensive. Two, it said it was like a 3-hour appointment. I was like, that's a long time.
Girl, those eyelashes took 2 hours.
I know. That's what I kept thinking. And I can sit for my hair because I'm getting it done with our friend Carrie and we're talking and it's like 3 hours. So I was like, this is a stranger and this is up in my face for what I think is the whole time.
Want me to tell you my tricks?
Yeah.
First of all, I will go in there with AirPods and literally go, I so don't want to be rude, but do you care? I have to finish this book for book club, or like I have to listen to this like lecture for work.
Smart.
And go in there. Or what happened, which was true, but then I realized this would be a good excuse. Is also, I'll tell you another tip after this, is I went in and she was going to do the eyelashes and I said, real talk, I'm going to put on a mask and not talk because I think I have a cold.
Smart.
And so it's like, I don't want to be breathing in your face.
That's all so smart.
New tip.
Yeah.
This one is
hit me with all of them.
This is kind of, I'm a bad person for this one.
Oh no. Okay.
No, but this is true that like I donate money to a lot of different causes. Like, and I remember one time I was leaving a store and they were like, oh, it was for Amnesty International, which like helps, like refugee children, etc. And they were like, could I borrow you for a second? And I was like, I actually have been donating to you guys monthly for like 5 years. They were like, hell yeah. And they like all cheered. So now I just do that when I don't want to stop for anyone. I'll just be like, Nature's Conservancy? Yeah, I already donate, bud. And you'll get like high fives. So
you're like Scientology, been a member for the last 3 years.
No, but it's true because even if you don't, but you know you're not going to stop and sign up that day, it like boosts their morale rather than like makes them be like another one. It was like, oh, great, perfect. You already donate to the ASPCA?
They feel like they're doing a good job, had a good interaction. I get it.
So that's another helpful hint. Sorry, keep going.
Well, I was prepared for that, but then it turns out like she was explaining everything to me and how everything worked. And then she would like put numbing cream on. She's like, it's going to be 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes. And the place is super small. Yeah. So she would just go in the room next door. And I was like, I really appreciate this.
Yeah.
That she's like,
you go check your threads. Right. I'm going to sit here.
And I'm laying down, like trying to hold my phone on top of me. I was like, I'm going to hit myself in the face. And then she'd do the actual, I don't know, you would have hated this part, that it's like, it scrapes against your eyebrow, makes the actual lines.
It's like a cut and then they fill it with ink.
Yeah. Then she puts the ink on, then she kept leaving. So she was like coming back and forth in like increments, which was great.
Increments?
Truly. Because she was like, oh, your skin took the ink so well. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. You mean it? But she was also
that's also what the woman said to me after she spray tanned me 2 weeks ago. She goes, you must be hydrated. Your skin takes this real well. And I was like, oh no.
I'm also hyper paranoid that I just told this woman I have breast cancer, and I'm like, she's just being extra nice to me.
Oh
right
no!
now.
If all of her reviews were how nice she was.
She was great, and she explained everything. It only took 2 hours because my skin did a great job responding to the ink.
Skin.
Yeah, and then she was explaining all of the maintenance afterwards, and she was like very serious about making sure I remember the maintenance, because that's, she can't control that part. That's up to me. And
then she doesn't want reviews being like, my shit faded immediately, and it's like, because you didn't do what I told you to do.
She was like, you can't go in the sun and you can't shower for 2 days. And I was like,
I've never wanted.
Ellie, I'll do that for you. I can do that.
Do you need me to do it for 2 weeks? Would that make it even better?
I can extend that a few days too, if that really helps in the healing process.
You're like, Ellie, I've been healing my whole life then.
It's like, you got it, girl.
You were born for this.
I can for sure do that. Just use makeup wipes to take off my makeup. You got it.
Oh my God. That's using an actual makeup wipe before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
You would think I just did a 15-step, like, get ready for bed with me skin routine. Because I'm just like, well, look who's an adult tonight. As I still just have it just dirty beside my bed. Like, so gross. I'm going to pick up Larry because he is pacing.
He's coming around. He looks concerned.
Keep telling the story. I'll hear it.
Well, that's towards the end of the story. And then she finished up. She gave me a little satchel with some vitamin A that I put on my eyebrows once a day. And I just sit inside and avoid the sun and avoid showering, and I'm good to go.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm really actually excited about it. I was like, this really worked out well. So I'll keep.
Well, they look really good.
So
like, I thought about doing it just because I like fill in, like my eyebrows just stop. Sorry, everyone listening. I love it. Like, we'll occasionally get a review that's just like, they've gotten so LA. And I'm like,
I've been here 11 years.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about eyebrows, tanning, eyelashes, and farts.
We're late 30s now too.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
there's I guess, especially now, more of a curiosity about treatments and things that you could do to yourself to see. But also it's like, this lasts a year. So I don't have to do my eyebrows at all. And I always fill in my eyebrows.
Yeah.
I love filling in my eyebrows because I really like my eyebrows. And so when I realized that they'd be leaving my face, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I really like my eyebrows.
No, totally. No, it was very smart of you to do it because I'm sure you can't do it like during the treatment.
No, your skin's too sensitive.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do your pubes fall out?
I think so.
Hell
I think
yeah.
I might lose my armpit hair too, which would be
You don't have a lot.
I don't have a lot, but it gets annoying to shave. You know, you see all these influencers
I
that
don't
do
know if I've ever seen you with even a stubble.
Oh, sometimes it's there. Lately, a lot. The all of these influencers do the laser away stuff
I can't.
like crazy. I've always thought about that. Larry, for instance, laser away fiend.
I mean, he gets a disc. He got a Groupon for a laser away. Let me tell you what. If you need a good review, look at this hairless little boy.
Look at you, sir.
Oh my gosh. Well, they look really good. I'm proud of
Thanks.
you. And they absolutely did not look anything like
I was really concerned that they'd look really crazy, but they look pretty good so far, and I'm excited to see how they heal over the next 2 weeks. Say goodbye to the stress of shopping and hello to the convenience of Stitch Fix. Their expert stylists will provide outfit recommendations and personalized styling advice with every fix. Stitch Fix is the easy way to get clothes that fit you without having to endlessly scroll through options. All you have to do is answer a few questions about where you typically get your clothes from, what you like to wear, and your general price range. With your choices in mind and a wide range of sizes available from extra small to 3XL, they'll find your perfect fit and send you clothes handpicked just for you. They've got you covered with over 1,000 brands and styles that you know and love, and they'll show you how to wear head-to-toe outfits so you can just get dressed and go. I love Stitch Fix. I've used it many times in the past. I usually get into a rut where I wear the same type of clothes over and over, and with Stitch Fix they can help me find variations on a style that I know and love, and also give me some options that are a little bit outside the box for myself. So huge fan, takes all the critical thinking out of it for you. Try Stitch Fix today at stitchfix.com/TMGW and you'll get 25% off when you keep everything in your fix. That's stitchfix.com/TMGW for 25% off today. stitchfix.com/TMGW.
It's probably a good time to pick up groceries when you're eating ramen for the 4th time this week. Honestly, sometimes you just can't get yourself to go to the grocery store. Well, that is when DoorDash is there to save you for a last-minute grocery run that you don't even have to run. Get the back-to-school savings you really want. Yes, I still celebrate back to school, even though I'm almost 40 years old. And get unlimited DoorDash delivery with Dash Pass. It's just $4.99 a month for students. Yeah, we're hooking up the youngsters. How worth it? It is so worth it. With zero delivery fees, exclusive items, and more than 25,000 members-only offers nationwide, Dash Pass by DoorDash has everything you need to make this semester memorable, okay? Dash Pass for students gets you delivery in an hour or less, hello, so you can satisfy those spur-of-the-moment cravings or save even more with 5% DoorDash credits back on pickup orders. I wonder if Grace could get it when she was in grad school. We're gonna have to work it out because you know she wants that Dash Pass Cheesecake Factory. And you can save even more with annual membership, less than $50 a year for unlimited zero delivery fees. It gives you access to more than just your favorite restaurants. You also can do these grocery runs, convenience store trips. They even have your back with gift shopping. So for a limited time, you can get 50% off up to $10 on your next order of $15 or more when you sign up for Dash Pass Students Plan and enter code WEIRDBTC. That's 50% off up to a $10 on your next order of 15 plus when you sign up for the Dash Pass Student Plan when you enter the code WEIRDBTC. Don't forget, that's code WEIRDBTC for 50% off when you sign up for the Dash Pass Student Plan. Subject to change. Terms apply.
Question.
Yeah.
Have you seen Barbie yet?
No.
I haven't either, Grace.
I know, we have to go.
We have to go.
Especially because Christians are getting so mad at it.
I love it. I'm like, get over it. But I get nervous though, because everyone's like, oh, and the last 10 minutes had me crying, and like, it's such a great reflection of like what it's like to be a woman and this and that. And I'm like, what if I go and feel nothing? Like, I'm nervous. I'm going to be like,
I know. My mom was really telling me I have to go see it. And then Tim, my little brother, I was like, Mom's really telling me to go see this movie. He's like, yeah, there's some real big mother-daughter through line.
Well, that's the theme. Yeah, I was supposed to go, and I was going to drag Chip to go see at 10 a.m. this morning, and then I was like, I don't know if he needs to go see a mother-daughter themed film, but we'll see. Everyone should, obviously.
Yeah.
But I got an email. I tell you, I'm on an email chains from Mary, dog walker Mary, that it's just me and like 20 people, and she does not know how to BCC. So I just have everyone's email address. I got Bridget's, I got Millie's, I got Laszlo's.
These are people you've never met before.
Never met in my life. I have no clue. I'm assuming they're all like clients of hers and friends. So I'm honored to be on said list.
Right.
But she'll like just send a random song. But I'm shocked I haven't gotten a R.I.P. Paul Rubens thing, because she always sends out an R.I.P.
Yeah.
The title of the email is From Mary. I just saw Oppenheimer.
That's the title?
That's the title. Like, we can't see your email address. From Mary, period. I just saw quotations Oppenheimer.
Okay.
And then the email just says, great acting, bad, disjointed script, unnecessary 3 hours. My ass was numb. My advice, wait to stream it.
Wow. Okay, Siskel. Wow.
Okay, Siskel.
Go off, Siskel.
Yes, Siskel. So I really want to respond and be like, thanks for the heads up. Keep the movie reviews coming.
And no one has responded all?
If you respond, like, only one time have I accidentally replied all.
Yeah.
And it was fine, because she was like showing like a Halloween outfit, and I was like, you look great, you know? So I was encouraging people.
Get in this discourse right now.
Yeah. Oh, and I responded once to all of them and took it off when we did the fundraiser for her, when she shattered her hip, and was like, hey, just FYI, I'm putting this together if anyone wants to chip in or share it or whatever. But no, it's just, I need movie reviews at all times. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of some other ones she sends that are to the group that doesn't.
I gotta know what she thinks of Barbie.
Wait,
I gotta know.
Wait, I got an email.
Oh no,
I got an email 3 weeks ago. I love it. I love this. That, again, title, From Mary. Okay, period. Doesn't look fake. Body of the email is just a picture of her TV of, is this cake, or what's the name of the show?
Is this cake?
And it just says, it's a real cake. I would love to see one like this up close. ... And eat it.
Mary, it's so pure. It's so
And eat
pure.
it.
And eat it.
Oh, I love it. And then a month before that, I got just pictures of Larry and an email that said, I gotta admit, we're 3 peas in a pod.
Oh, I bet they
Love her.
are. I
Love
bet
her.
they are. To be a fly on the wall when they hang out with each other is amazing.
Okay, I took my wine course.
Yeah, you took an intensive wine course.
Girl, when I tell you, Jacqueline and I were sitting there, and of course I could like already see what kind of student she was in high school, what kind of student. Well, no, I was actually like trying to be very present, which I literally wasn't present.
Yeah.
In school, but like, we looked at each other. We were like, "Can you believe like this is just what your life was when you were a kid and in high school? Waking up, fucking 6:45." Like, you know, if you were waiting for the bus, you wait for an hour. We would like drive 45 minutes, be in class for 4 hours, get like 30 minutes for lunch, and then go back in and do it again. I was just like, how do kids do it?
They don't know anything else.
That's true.
Yeah, they don't know freedom.
They don't know freedom.
They don't know what a job in the arts looks like.
It made me so appreciative, because I was even like, yo, I'm so glad I don't have a normal job.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
shout out to y'all who like truly do 40 hours a week in a seat.
I know. It's we're very privileged that
So
way.
privileged.
It's crazy. Yeah, when I had to go up and do residentials at school, it was that same thing of just being like, holy shit, like I am exhausted by day 2.
Yeah.
How are people doing this consistently?
Constantly. So it was 5 days.
That's wild.
9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And then the hour commute either way, ish, like 45 minutes depending on traffic. But one thing I will say in regards to Barbie and also this class, I've learned so much. Like I came home yesterday and by day 4, we weren't saying real words.
I can't imagine what you've learned.
On the way there, I was like, it's just, there's so much info, like the scape of it all. She was like, scope of it all? I was like, I don't word good. Like I couldn't even talk. But one of the things that I walked away from that class really realizing and solidifying is that men need to be stopped.
Oh no. Wait, because
the audacity of man.
You have classmates.
There was probably 12 people in the class.
Okay. Girl. Oh no.
There was like probably 3 men it's just when people think everything revolves around them. There was one guy who sat in the front, incredibly knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he was in that class unless he just needed the actual certification because like he knows everything about wine.
Yeah.
So like when someone asks like, what has anyone ever, like someone would be like, oh, and has anyone ever had this type of wine before? Like very specific, just had it. I guess he works in the wine industry. He would go, yes, I've actually been to that vineyard for work. And like he was offering information where it would be like, if someone said like, and Merlot is a great wine, he'd be like, one time I opened a 1932 bottle of Saint-Emilion Merlot. And every single thing was a personal braggy anecdote. And when I tell you it happened like 15 times a day, I looked at Jack and I was like, if I fail this test and know there was probably 4 hours of bragging anecdote, it was like everyone had to hear about his life. I looked at her and I said, men have to be stopped.
That level of unself-aware behavior is, and wine itself is stigma as a like very snobby situation. So I can see how this man has just evolved into a monster for what it sounds.
But there were like 3 of these people.
Oh, really?
Like another person who was like, he was clearly very knowledgeable. He was younger. He seemed like he was like in his like late 20s or something.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things where like we're on a limited timeline and like all of us are there to pass an incredibly hard test.
Right.
And if someone was like, once again, like Merlot is a red wine. They didn't say that.
Like, what did you guys learn?
He would be like, would you say that it's kind of like I can't even explain the level of nerddom that was like so frustrating.
Yeah, that it was like, it's weird because maybe they want to actually learn something, but they're taking time away from everyone else. And
it was
Also,
bragging.
yeah.
It was going, oh, well, let me insert some knowledge that isn't about, I'm not even kidding you. First of all, let me say, shout out to Zach. Zach is a fan of ours and came up to me on the first day and was like, this is so fun that you're in this class, And then on day 2, this woman, Jules, who was in class, who was wonderful, came up and she was like, I'm sorry, and it hands me a written letter in an envelope and was like, my friend is a big fan of yours. And when she realized we were in the same wine class,
oh my God,
she was like, please give this to her. So like,
that's amazing.
Already I was like, well, I'm the star.
You boys can keep chattering about your Merlot experiences.
Yeah, have a great 1911 Takagi.
All right, sideways, get out of here.
Yeah, from Hungary. I'm over here, a celeb. Listen, I'm still healing from the world's ugliest dog rejection. So I needed this.
You don't see me just pumping my ego around this room, you guys, because it's huge back here.
I haven't left my seat. They've been coming to me. So anyway, what was I saying?
Oh, that these guys sucked.
These guys sucked so bad, and it was so annoying. But I realized a massive ick that I have.
Okay.
Which I've been watching the U.S. Love Island, and it's crazy how big the word ick is.
It's icks in the zeitgeist now.
Ick is everywhere.
Yeah, it's like vibes. Remember when vibes? How did we ever live without vibes as a word to describe energy and so many other things?
Yeah, but also vibes runs the gamut of meaning like good and bad.
Right. Vibes were off.
So like, what was before vibes? Juju?
I don't know. What did we say? That's what I'm asking. What did we literally say?
Use vibes in a sentence.
This podcast has good vibes.
Okay, but sometimes we'll just be like, this got some vibes,
yeah.
you know, and then you just have to left to know, yeah, like the vibes were off.
Yeah.
The vibes were popping.
Right, but ick, now I like ick until it's going to get overused and then I won't like it.
Ick is a lot. Well, I feel like people are saying ick about too much, where it'll be like, ugh, murder gives me the ick. You'll be like, yeah, I hope it does.
Yeah.
But no, I found something that gives me the ick. There was one guy in class who sat beside the other guy who wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Oh no, magnetized.
And his whole thing was, I'm going to ask a question every 1.5 minutes.
Oh my God.
One time I looked at Jacqueline, I was like, he's asked 10 questions. We've been in class 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, I was shouting out to Zach because by the end of it,
yeah, I
started just saying, if it ain't on the test, let it rest.
Made a bumper sticker.
because literally we're on limited time, right? We're on bought time. This is an expensive class.
Yeah.
And this other man, the one in the back, we're talking about Alexander Valley, for the aromatics of Northern Napa. And he goes, now let me ask you this. Why are they doing so much marijuana farming up there? And I said, it ain't on the test. Let it rest. Like, why are we changing topics?
We're not here to make friends.
No.
Stop asking questions to try and strike up some commonalities.
Exactly. I looked, I said, this isn't a wine club.
Yeah.
This is class, bitch. This thing costs a lot of money. But anyway, I felt so bad because Zach's so sweet, wonderful, offered, and he also works for a really nice wine company that's
cool.
Nicer than anything I've ever had. So I was like, I will absolutely be DMing you to try to get a tour. But anyway, at one point, people were laughing at someone again saying something very random. And I went just let it rest, and he he's got his tasting and he looks over at me. And the look of sheer horror to see me fully unhinged yelling at the class.
She's got everything and nothing to lose here in this situation.
The vibes change. Everyone else is there for work and I'm like, shut the fuck up. This is a bragging right.
You're like, I volunteered to be here.
I mean, you could see, when you get so annoyed and impatient with people that I looked possessed.
No,
I was changing.
Yeah, there was one student in our class that would do that. And when I was at my first residential, I was so bothered by this because this person was on Zoom the whole time too. And at one point we could see that they were getting their hair done in a hair salon on Zoom.
It.
And then this person would get off of Zoom. And when we were about to go to break, she would ask a question out of nowhere. And me and a few other people would just make eye contact with each other and just physically put our head in our hands.
Yeah.
Because it was just so unself-aware of the class's time because everyone was starving and needed to go eat and we weren't allowed to leave the classroom until breaks happened. And it was just so unbelievable.
The hair salon's amazing. But it's one of those things too where a lot of the test was written.
Yeah.
Right. And we knew that one of the 4 questions, which is 25% of one of the parts of the test, was going to be about fortified wines or champagne. That's on the last day. We learn it. These motherfuckers took so much time up that there was one last little muscat wine that we covered in 6 minutes at the end of the last day.
Damn.
And that was the question. And I had no idea what it was. I had no idea what to say because these guys had to brag about how expensive of wines they've owned before. Anyway, but here's my ick.
Yeah. Oh, right. Ick.
Is the man in the front of the class. Here's my ick. Grown men raising their hands and just holding them up.
Yeah. Oh, there's something I can visualize it.
He held it up. New teacher that day is doing a whole spiel. And he just kept it up for the 5 minutes while I was like, she sees you, dude. You're in the front row.
And there's 12 of us.
Just a grown man having his hand raised for 10 minutes. I was like, I'm going to go smack his hand. I'm going to go smack his hand.
There's got to be some social cues
He was
here.
mansplaining how to get your question answered. I was like, put your hand down. She's in the middle of a fucking thought. I turned into a monster. Luckily, there was wine. So by 2 p.m., I was not spitting it back out. I was like, I looked at Jack and I was like, I have anxiety. I'm drinking this red wine at 10 a.m.
Yeah. How did they regulate whether you?
No, it's so small. And truly, you're just
learning.
You're testing it. Like everyone has their spittoons, which is another whole thing. It's really gross.
A room of people spitting.
Well, and by the end of the day, it's like a cup. You have your own cup. By the end of the day, by the end of the day, they bring out like, you know, when you work in a restaurant, like the plastic things for like the mechanized like glass, and you like put your glasses, turn them up, and you dump your spit cup. And so it's just a line of people holding their own like 16 ounces of spit and going, being like, if anyone trips.
It's a bunch of people volunteering to be there. So you guys,
anyway.
You didn't get like a class pick at the end of it or anything?
No, it's actually Jules who gave me the letter. So sweet. She's so funny. She raises her hand at like on the last day and was like, by the way, guys, because there's a cute little area called Oxbow Market. Like, and they have like drinks and stuff. She was like, we're going to all meet up at Oxbow Market for drinks after the test. We want to make sure no one's rushed. Like, we'll do like 3:00. And people are like, oh, you're going to get drinks. She goes, oh, I'm going to get macerated, which was a hilarious wine joke.
I bet it killed.
We were like, woo, 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 woo.
You guys didn't do superlatives?
No. They would have truly been like, most unhinged eyes goes to Mamrie Hart. Most trying to kill someone with their face goes to Mamrie Hart.
I can imagine.
So anyway, it was really, I mean, I came home yesterday. I flew home yesterday, and then I was going to make Chip and I dinner, and I was like, do you want wine? Because I hadn't drank wine really all week. I would like have a cocktail at night, because at that point you're like, I can't even smell wine. Like I'm so over it. And I went up to our little wine shop and like, you know, flexed a little.
You raised your hand at the counter. Excuse me, do you have any?
Excuse me, is this your only Nebbiolo? And so anyway, but then I bought a bunch of wine that I could tell what it was based on the label.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like, and like flexed and
it's working.
It's working. It was fun. I was like, you know, by glass 3, drawing a map of Bordeaux to Chip and being like, and here's, as we know, the Garande dogged that Garonne man rivers.
Yeah, all your mnemonic devices came in handy. What's for dinner tonight? If that question stresses you out like it does me, listen up. Hungryroot will fill your fridge with healthy food and simple recipes so you can just fill your schedule with the stuff you enjoy doing more. Hungryroot is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered to your door. They've got healthy groceries and super simple recipes all in one place. You take a, guess what? Fun short quiz, and Hungryroot will get to know you, your goals, how you like to eat, what flavors do you like, what kitchen appliances do you even own. They'll keep your needs top of mind and start building you a cart. Hungryroot will recommend groceries based on your taste. Take their suggestions or choose anything you want. There's no rules. You'll get your pick of fresh produce, high quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, healthy snacks and sweets, and much more. They've even got seasonal summer favorites. Hungryroot goes beyond your weekly grocery haul with thousands of easy recipes that actually put your groceries to good use before they're forgotten in the back of your fridge. We're all very guilty of that. The best part is everything that Hungryroot offers follows a simple standard. It's got to taste good, be quick to make, and contain whole, trusted ingredients. Spend less time shopping and cooking and more time enjoying healthy food that you'll actually love with Hungryroot. I've used Hungryroot in the past, and it is truly an all-in-one stop shop for all the groceries that you need. And if the idea of eating healthy overwhelms you, they've got you covered. All you do, again, is fill out the quiz, and then they send you all the appropriate things that match and align with the goals that you have for your own health. And right now, Hungryroot is offering you guys 30% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. How are they doing this? I don't know. This is just what they're doing. So go to hungryroot.com/TMGW to get 30% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/TMGW. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you.
Dude.
Yeah?
Ariana.
Oh, just, her, not the mnemonic device, but the actual situation.
What is happening?
I don't get it. I don't totally understand what's happening.
Yeah.
They're on they're giving each other space or something.
Wait, her and the dude?
Her and SpongeBob. I don't know what his name is. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on.
Ethan Slater. It's Ethan Slater.
Ethan Slater. Okay. Well, you showed me a picture that he looks pretty identical to Frankie Grande.
I mean, with red hair and like white makeup.
Yeah. Wild stuff.
Like an Irish cousin.
Yeah,
to Frankie.
Yeah. But I was reading like a BuzzFeed article about it last week or something, and they were like, here, Ariana's history of breaking up relationships. And everyone's like, well, she has that song, Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored.
Break up with your wife of 10 years and like mother of your newborn son, I'm bored.
Yeah, I know. That part's wild.
It's
wild. People are wild.
Wild.
People are doing wild things right now. I don't really understand it, but yeah, I saw an article or headlines earlier today that was like, he's back in New York to get through the messy divorce that he's going through.
She's already going to be over him by the time.
I don't know.
I feel like Ariana's one of those people, like, you got to be like in her face or she's going to forget you. I know. Well, that's another thing is like, okay, sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. However, like Ariana looks so small and innocent.
She looks petite in pictures, which means she's probably like a thimble size in real life.
But also like ponytail, like she has a Disney youthful look where it's like, I don't know, just the press on it's interesting. Like if she looked like Angelina Jolie, it might be a lot more like
harsh
this
on her.
Vamp, whatever.
Right.
And now she's kind of like, that's what Ariana does.
Do.
She's dating SpongeBob.
No, the whole thing is
boops.
bizarre. So bizarre. And also that guy, to get a role on Broadway as SpongeBob is like hilarious and surreal and probably like a dream come true.
Right.
And now every article is like Ariana's breaking up SpongeBob's marriage.
And the thing is too, like speaking of Ariana's, when Ariana on Vanderpump Rules had the confrontation with what's his face, Sandoval, and was like, I was with you when you were broke and embarrassing and this and that. If I was that wife, I'd be like, I was with you through SpongeBob auditions. Like,
I took time out of my dissertation to watch you be SpongeBob.
To live your SpongeBob dreams, man.
And they're like high school sweethearts or something crazy, or college sweethearts. I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Wild stuff's going on.
He seems like someone who would raise his hand too long.
Well, he seems like someone, that's going to get fucked over by this whole situation.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, no, let's not take time to cool off.
And also,
I know this has got like maybe an 8-week shelf life.
If you're working on that film, Wicked, is that what they're working on together? That'd be so awkward to be at work. Just with all the headlines of the project you're working on is about these two like hooking up on the side.
But also like this is so bad. But like, okay, Wicked, it's about, like Wizard of Oz and like, it's actually the Wicked Witch was the good one and this and that. But like, is he in like the Lollipop Guild?
I don't know. I did see Wicked and I don't remember anything about it. So I wondered too, what is his part?
I don't know.
Is he a wizard?
I've seen it live. I remember Anne, my stepmom, grasping my hand and crying during Defying Gravity.
I also took my mom to see it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was meaningful, and I forget entirely.
I don't know anything that happened.
It was. I just remembered there was a beautiful song that happened, and my mom loved it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you what the moral of the story is.
What are the male parts? I don't know.
Is he the lion, the tiger? No, there's no tiger.
There is a tiger.
Oh.
No, it's a lion. It's a lion. The boy's a lion.
Oh, did you see it? Oh man, there is all this.
It's just big cat. You're like, Mamrie, that's Cats.
It's Cats. Remember, we saw Cats, and that talk about a musical with depth.
Jesus.
Did you see the headlines about this Chinese zoo denies that sun bears that they have in their facility are people in costumes?
I saw this article and it destroyed me.
It is. So it's hilarious as a headline that Chinese zoo denies its sun bears are people in costume.
Didn't even know there was a thing called a sun bear.
Didn't either. And I was looking at a CNN article that said, in a statement written from the perspective of a sun bear named Angela, this is how the zoo responded.
Wait, hold on.
So people took video of these sun bears, and the bears are like standing upright with like their bellies out, and they're kind of like waving.
And they've got like loose butts, like their pants.
Yeah.
It's a man in pants.
It looks, but also to me, the part that they're like standing and waving like a human, I'm like, if you were trying to make them look like bears and not be humans, why would they do human behavior? I don't know.
Right.
But
like they would just be like, if
just
I
sit
was
down.
like, hey, we're short on bears. I need you to go be a bear. I'd be like, literally go take a nap.
right. Just sit. Just
sit on that
and
rock.
look around.
Don't give thumbs ups.
So people were I know, don't wave. So people were like, what the fuck's going on? Because there were other instances in China of people going, this one place, they were shocked when they heard a lion bark and they found out that a Tibetan Mastiff dog was a lion in 2013.
I remember this because I literally did a sketch for UCB.
Yeah.
That someone wrote that was me being a zoo person responding, swearing that our panda was not a chow painted to look like a panda.
Yeah. And there's another one where they discovered a golden retriever was in a cage trying to be an African lion. So
wait, is this the same zoo?
No, these are different zoos.
I want to go to this zoo
but
so
they're
bad.
both in China. So
Okay.
there is like a history of this happening. So people were like, wait a minute, is it happening again? So the zoo decided to release a statement
Oh my God.
written from the perspective of a sun bear named Angela. So this is what the statement said.
Okay.
Quote, I'm Angela the sun bear. I got a call after work yesterday from the head of the zoo asking if I was being lazy and skipped work today and found a human to take my place.
Oh my God.
The statement read, let me reiterate again to everyone.
Reiterate? Do bears know the words iterate?
Let me reiterate again to everyone that I am a sun bear, not a black bear, not a dog, a sun bear.
What is happening?
That's the response.
Do they even have a bear named Angela?
I think they do. I
That's
guess
the
they do.
craziest part.
I think it said they had like 46 sun bears in their zoo, like that are being like rehabilitated in some way, and they're basically just saying like sun bears are really a rare species, and people just don't understand that they are quirkier
That they
than
look
other
like
bears.
they have pants on.
This is what they look like. Yeah,
But also, like, this is fucked up and I hate it, but like, bears are in some circuses and stuff. Like, you
Right.
can get them to do stuff. So, like, if you were a bear at a zoo and just people came up and waved at you all day, maybe you would learn how to wave.
See, that's the part that I'm like, I don't know if I believe that it would be hilarious,
God, please.
obviously, if it was a human pretending to be a bear, but I don't understand why in its choices it would pretend to wave versus like do literally nothing or anything else. But what a hilarious response to be like, people are accusing us of this, so we're going to release a statement as the bear. It feels like a fuck you.
It's crazy. Yeah, to be like, oh, we'll raise you.
Yeah.
Insults.
It's wild.
Wow. I would honestly, I don't like zoos, obviously.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a zoo that's just dogs made to look like
Other animals. Yeah, if the dogs enjoyed it.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, if the dogs got paid.
There's this other story this week of the guy that bought his realistic dog costume that went for a walk for the first time.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
That was
making the
so
rounds.
creepy.
He doesn't look at all. He looks like a person in a big golden retriever or what's a collie?
It was a border
Lassie.
collie.
Yeah. But when he's walking, the video is so creepy. There's no agility. There's no smoothness.
No one is coming up. He was like, people came up to pet me. Like, they thought I was a dog. I was like, no, they thought you were a robot.
Yeah, a human with a big dog costume
Hey,
on.
they thought you were one of those cop dogs they put fur on.
Yeah.
Speaking of animals and working.
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you I had a short film idea that would involve a trained crow.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Have I made this public before?
Yes.
So I reached out to a couple trained bird places in LA.
Okay.
Right. You know, and they were just like birds across the board, you know? And I mean, I got in to a granular level with one bird place on what I would need the bird to do.
Okay.
Right. And I mean, even where they were like, what will the camera shots be? Can the trainer be 3 feet off camera, or is there going to be a wide
This
angle?
is before you've even written this?
Yeah, but I know what it'll be.
So you haven't written the script, but you're going to the
Here's
birds.
the thing. I was like, do I even let myself write and fall in love with a script
That's
that
not feasible.
I'm not going to produce because it's too expensive.
Okay.
So I'm in the nitty gritty with these bird trainers, right? Okay. And it's specifically a crow.
Yeah.
And I'm going over the motions. They're like, well, are they going to need to drop the piece of paper from the mouth, or we just see that the piece of paper is in front of the crow? I was like, honestly, I don't care. Like, what's cheaper,
Yeah.
So we go back and forth, and finally, like after 8 emails, I'm getting all jazzed for this crow movie.
Yeah.
They're like, well, here, based on the script and the shots you need, this is what we've assessed. I mean, the quotes were insane.
Wow.
It was like $10,000 to have a crow for a day.
A day. Wow.
Because they were like, for every trick, we're putting in like 2 weeks of training with them.
Wow.
And I'm like, you're telling me it's a trained crow that doesn't already know how to drop something out of its mouth?
Right.
That's not a new trick.
Right.
I'm not paying for new. I didn't say like, I'm going to need this crow to Macarena.
Right.
Like I said, the crow's going to sit on a fence.
Yeah.
And I'll need them to drop 3 things. And then at one point, fly away. We don't follow the crow. It's going to fly out of shot.
Yeah, that's literally the basics of training a dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Pick this thing up and run over there.
Yeah, these crows, like they know how to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not being like, you need me to wrangle a crow from my front yard and then teach it. I mean, even I was like, at one point, like I'd like for the crow to be kind of hopping across the street. But like, if they don't do that, it's fine. Like this woman's going to follow the crow. We can absolutely just do it from her perspective.
Yeah.
So anyway, they break it down, and it's like, this is for the 2 weeks of training. This is for travel to get the crow there on the day of the shoot. This is for the hourly rate for the crow handler to be there. Okay. And then this is the hourly rate for the crow. And I was like, wait.
This crow doesn't have a bank account.
Thank you. I was like, wait.
Unless they've trained it to balance a checkbook.
To drop its debit card into the drive-thru window. I was like, what? And I didn't even respond. They followed up a couple weeks later, and they were like, does this meet your needs? And when is the production? I was like, honestly, I think this is out of budget. But I was like, I want to so badly be like, how do I know the crow is getting the 400 for the day?
Wow.
Like, what are you talking about? This crow isn't going home that night and being like, honey, I put in a good day's work. Like, what are you saying?
That's wild.
Yeah, let me look it up. I'm Googling.
And the crows must be with this strike happening, I can't imagine how they're suffering in their artistry right now.
So it's like, the crow. Here you go, Mamrie. The crow gets $500 a day.
Wow.
The crow gets $300 every prep day. There will be 5 hours of prep. And then it's like the rate for the trainers are $61 an hour, and then
$61
an hour, and then an 8-hour minimum. And it's it's crazy. They need $350 to transport a crow here.
Why $61 an hour?
Isn't that strange?
All of it's weird. Look.
But anyway, both. I went back and forth with these people. Oh wait, and it was like, oh wait, that wasn't even the crazy one. The one that was back and forth, and they sent me a picture of him. I was like, he's a good-looking crow.
That's a handsome crow. I will say that crow's got a great profile. That crow looks good on camera.
That crow photograph. I was like, I would have liked to pick with his eyes open.
Like, yeah,
we need to see the eye contact. But I mean, I said. And then they were like, here's the proposed budget. And I was like, am I missing something? I don't see anything but a pic of a crow. And I was just like, how dare you try to upsell me by making me think the crow negotiates his own rate?
Yeah.
I was like, do you have a dumber crow? Do you have a non-union crow?
Where? Yeah. What is there rationale that that money is going towards care for the crow? And in what way? Crows live outside for free. Yeah. What?
For free.
For free. How is this crow spending $500 it's making for one day of work?
Does this crow have a condo in Glendale?
Right. In which case, good for that crow.
Can I be a crow?
The crow's living at those apartments that all like the child actors.
Yeah. Oh my God. So anyway, I was just like, well, I guess this dream is dead.
Wow.
I don't fucking $10,000 to drop on a crow for a day.
Damn. But I'd love to see how he works.
$350 for transportation. I'm like, does this crow have a Tesla?
How do they transfer? I mean, I guess he's in a little cage.
Yeah, like probably a van, but I was just like, you're in LA.
This is, you can tell me you just want $5,000 for this.
Yeah, I didn't need a breakdown of and for only the finest bird seed. Yes. Well, it cost more for him to drop a gum wrapper than for him to drop a concert ticket.
Yeah, oh my God.
So we'll see. If anyone wants to go fund me a crow fund, You'll be the executive producer.
My God, I do want to see them work on the day.
I know, well, you'd be here.
Yeah, I'd
Absolutely.
love to see it. I'd love to see it. Oh man,
Maybe one day.
fun.
You know, maybe. We don't know how long this strike is.
That's true. That's true. I'll talk about this maybe another time, but it's hard. I started watching The Ultimatum.
Oh, I haven't, but it got recommended a
The
lot.
show is the most. I've been watching the Queer Love version.
Okay,
of
because
it.
I've seen the original one.
Yeah, it's all lesbians.
Yeah.
It's the most insane show I've ever seen.
Oh, God.
I watched every episode in a 24-hour
Stop
period.
it.
It was insane, and I want to talk about it with you. Maybe it's
Okay,
like a bonus material, or
I'll
maybe
watch the first couple eps.
Yeah,
it's
just
Netflix, right?
It's like they're the explicit of them like fingering each other.
Stop it! Are you serious?
Yes. And also them falling in love and then falling in love with other people, and the way they communicate the seriousness of them falling in love. And then there's parents.
Hold on, let's just make it our bonus episode this.
That's what
this
I feel
month.
like we
okay,
should.
Everyone, if you're a patron, watch Queer Love: The Ultimatum. And
It is so
if you're not a
wild.
patron, be one.
I posted it on my story, and then so many people were messaging me about how insane the whole show is, and it's like the stupidest premise for a reality show.
Yeah.
So it delivers on like the whole thing just being like, this is insane. These people are being dumb right now and being insane.
Oh, okay. I need something because we tried to watch like at night when we were like, I can't talk about wine anymore. Yeah. We tried to watch the newest season of what's the one where they get like fined if they touch each other?
Oh, Too Hot to Handle.
And I've watched every other season of Too Hot to Handle, and this one was too boring to handle.
Wow. Yeah, this one, there's such cringy moments that I just kept saying, these are crazy people saying crazy things to each other. This can't be real.
I can't wait.
It gets crazier, and you can fast forward. Some of it's just like redundant. There's a lot of like insanity, and you're just like, what? It blew my mind. Blew my mind.
Well, I'm going to start America's Next Top Crow.
Yeah. Let the crows make the $500 a day.
Truly. I mean, like, what? They're not striking.
No.
They're getting everything they need. That's more than a SAG actor.
Also, how much work is this crow getting? I feel like you're the first person that asked them for a financial breakdown, and they were just like,
No, this crow
works.
Well, it's all these birds. I mean, you can you can get like an eagle.
Yeah.
You can get an owl.
Damn.
You can get owl. You can get whatever you want.
Yeah.
But you better be paying. Anyway.
Woo, this is a long one.
This was a long one. I wasn't expecting that at all. I made Chip go to the back house, which has no AC.
Oh no.
And then you and I just talked for 45 minutes. And then we
just like perfect temperature. This is so pleasant.
So shout out to my boyfriend who's sweating his balls off right now.
Chip.
Anyway, I mean, I'll say it.
Yeah.
This got weird.